Hi everyone. Today I am taking my horse for a walk, Mr. Moose. He's less than thrilled to be walking on this icy road and making him weave in and out of some trees. So yeah, he's not really having it, but you know, we're a work in progress. So today I am going to talk about giving yourself a break, giving yourself some grace, and just that you can't do everything. I'm gonna reference some memes that myself and probably really anybody else that has used Facebook has probably seen. I just think they fit in so well and are really relevant to the average American life that we are living right now. So, hey buddy. You know, there's those memes where, you know, the person says when you're trying to work out and stay fit and eat healthy and work and have a family life and their hair's all crazy because you're trying to do it all. That is so true. Maybe your hair is not physically crazy, but your brain just can't handle it. And the way that Americans have made their society nowadays is not the way that not the way that the human body is meant to live. It is expected that at this point in life, basically both parents work full-time, kids go to daycare full-time, and somehow everybody has to be able to afford that. But yet you have to eat right, and if you go out to eat too often, then that's not good. But if you feed your kids hot dogs, you know, that's frowned upon as well. Come on. And you know, you're always getting judged, but you got to give yourself a break. Another meme that I saw a few times over the years is, if you don't choose to give yourself a break, your body will choose when to do it for you. And that is the truest statement I've ever seen. You got to find something that is worth a rest or a break from life for you. For me, that would be something like going for a walk. I just happen to incorporate taking my horse for a walk because he needs the exercise and some work as well. Some people enjoy reading, watching a movie, anything that society probably would say, oh, you shouldn't do that because you're not being productive. Anything like that would probably be a good thing to do, actually, contrary to popular belief. The other thing is, your house, unless you're going to hire somebody, your house probably isn't going to be spotless, and that's okay. You know, I really struggle with that. I always want my house to be clean. I don't like it when it's dirty. I hate dust. I have an automatic vacuum that goes every night to help clean my floors, which I love. I would highly recommend, but that's another thing. But a quote I once heard listening to a podcast is that if you're using your kitchen, it's not going to be clean. You see these pictures on Pinterest or Facebook or whatever of the perfect kitchen, and let me tell you, it's spotless. There's not a fingerprint or a smidge of anything anywhere. If you are truly using your kitchen, there's going to be dirt tracked on your floor because you just brought groceries in, or because you're harvesting from your garden, or you collected eggs. There will be dishes in the sink. My husband laughs at me because when I'm home alone or with the kids and he's at work, like on my days off, he'll be like, why are there so many dishes? And I'm like, because I cooked today. And maybe I made something a little bit more exciting that actually took a lot of dishes. And that's okay, and that's normal. Your stove might have some burn marks on it or some grease that spilled over. Yes, it might drive you crazy, but it's not going to drive other people crazy. And it shows that you are using your kitchen. You are feeding your family from your kitchen. If it's a hot dog, great. You know what? I've had some great meals with my kids. They are happy as can be, and they're eating a hot dog. And we are just having family time. That's another thing. Family time is really hard nowadays because parents are expected to work full-time, both parents. And if you're not working full-time, the other parent is at home with the kids all day. Bless those stay-at-home parents. I could never do it. But they're exhausted because that is such a tough job. And really, anything you can do for family time is a wonderful thing. If that means, hey, let's pop some popcorn and watch a movie, great. Those are memories that your kids will remember. Or I made cookies with my kids the other day. let me tell you, every time I turned around, hey buddy, every time I turned around, my kids were either eating a cookie or were eating the cookie dough. I could have gone a little crazy, but those are memories that will last a lifetime. Building blocks with your kids. My daughter was so excited because she was using the Mega Blocks, and she made herself what she called a farm. And she thought it was so cool. And she'd put her animal crackers in there in her little farm. And then this morning I woke up and she said, Mama, let's build a farm again. Those are great things. You know, kids are not as high maintenance as some people make them out to be. They will take anything you can for family time. People think that they have to do these extravagant things to keep their kids happy and to make memories, but you don't. And that's just another way that the American culture has really changed how we raise our families. But simple things do count, and you have to remember that. I mean, I think it's so important that people slow down. Really slow down. I wish I could have lived in a time where I didn't always have to be looking at the clock and I have a meeting at 1, or I have a lunch date at 11:30, or on Tuesday I have this appointment. Always looking at the clock, looking at the date. I wish I lived in a time that I could wake up when I want. I could do what I need to throughout the day to provide for myself and family, and then I eat when I want. Not, hey, let's eat at noon because that's what society tells us to do, and that's when the designated meal break is. But unfortunately, we don't live in a time like that, which is what it is. It's the culture that has been kind of laid out for this generation especially. So on your days off, try to take some breaks and live that kind of lifestyle and see how relaxed it feels. I am a list maker. Let me tell you, I have a list almost every day of things that I need to do, or just, you know, this is my plan for the day to get things done and be productive. Hold on one second, just at the mailbox. I took my horse for a walk to the mailbox. What a thing. It's about probably 3/4 of a mile away, so it's a good little walk for us too. Come on, buddy. But try to one day not make a list if you're like me and you love lists, and just, you know, spend the day however it feels good for you and see how that really makes you feel. Take your dog for a walk, but don't look at the time when you're leaving. Just say, hey, I want to go for a walk, and do it. And take as long as you want. Or wake up and decide, you know, I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat lunch. Or breakfast, I mean. Because, you know, that's the thing to do, is eat breakfast when you wake up. But instead, maybe 3 hours later, you're like, you know, I want spaghetti. So make spaghetti. You don't have to eat breakfast because that's what you eat first. You know, to some people, this is no duh kind of thing. But for a lot of people, they don't live that lifestyle, and it's kind of unfortunate. So give yourself a break now and then and do that. Try to take it easy. And remember, I heard this quote and I think it's great. You can do anything, but you cannot do everything. And you got to remember that, so that you don't burn out, and so that you can be the best wife, husband, partner, parent, whatever you need to be. You can be the best person in your life. And that's what I have for you. Have a great day.